Alright, today is a big day. Today is an album that I've been meaning to do for a really long time now. This is Discovery by Daft Punk, the 2001 classic, I guess I'll say. Obviously, I haven't heard it, but I know that it is pretty critically acclaimed and pretty freaking popular as well. I mean, the first track has almost 500 million streams, so pretty crazy streaming numbers. I haven't heard a single Daft Punk album, so this is my first kind of intro to their music. I've probably heard a couple other songs on the radio or something like that, but I haven't ever sat down to listen to them, so I'm pretty excited to get into this. If you want to see this reaction uncut, go join the Patreon, link in the description to go join that. It's $4 a month. There's also an $8 tier where you can request albums, and yeah, we're just gonna hop right into it. I do have the lyrics up. I don't know how important the lyrics are gonna be. The first track, they don't seem to be that important, but just in case, I do have them up. So yeah, let's get into it. First track is One More Time. Is this Drake? Drake? Is that you? Aubrey? So Drake obviously sampled this in Circo Loco, right?
One more time. One more time.
Great drop. I love bringing in that really thin version of the instrumental.
Oh yeah. One more time.
It's crazy how modern this sounds too, for being 2001. Kind of insane. Feels very modern in terms of the production style, the side chaining. Yeah, I don't know. It's just very clean.
One more time.
Who is Rome Anthony? Is that one of the members of Daft Punk? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not loving this this little section here.
One more time.
I feel like we've kind of killed the momentum of the track a little bit.
One more time. Feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance so free. One more time. This got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate.
I didn't love that, if I'm being honest. I enjoyed it, but I don't know. I just expected a bit more from something that is regarded as such a classic, you know? I mean, the drop was nice. It's a nice, catchy melody. One more time. I just feel like the structure kind of killed the momentum of the track a lot. And the vocal melody, obviously very repetitive. I am expecting a lot of repetition because you get a lot of that in electronic dance music. So I'm expecting that, but I don't know. That one just didn't do much for me. I'm hoping we get tracks that are a little bit more have a little bit more progression to them and something that just kind of keeps the momentum up a little bit better. Gong. Oh. Great groove here. Shaker. I love the phaser on everything here too. It's really trippy. Super distorted. When those kicks come in. See, this is more of what I was expecting. A little bit more ambition, more multifaceted. This is great. Oh, I love how like elastic that synth is. It's got crazy bounce to it. Crazy texture. The boom, da-doom, that right there. Da-doom. That was solid. Again, that's kind of more of what I expected, a little bit more ambitious, impressive, multifaceted, progressive. Yeah, that was great. Let's keep it going. Digital Love, that's a title I feel like I've heard. All right, we got some lyrics on this one. I'm waiting for this one to kind of take me somewhere, but... Okay. A little indie rock vibe here, maybe? Yeah. Great vocoder. Okay, it's growing on me. Come on. Whew. Subtle synths coming in. That track grew on me. I wasn't loving it for like the first third of it, but it really picked up, especially with that. I think it was some sort of vocoder solo, which was insane. So yeah, that track again, it started slow, but it had a nice build to it that I think a satisfying ending that I think will make me probably return to it in the future just to hear that ending. So yeah, that was cool. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger is the next track, which I believe Kanye sampled, right? And Stronger. Oh. Real kind of goofy feel to this one. In a good way. Oh, that guitar lick? So good. Faster. The breaks, so good. Love the structure of this. I love the shaping. The breaks here. Oh. So good. Ooh, subtle vibrato on the vocals there. Ooh. Subtle switch up. The vocal chops. So good. I love how sharp those cuts are. So staccato. Oh, so good. That's easily my favorite track so far. Vocal chops, crazy, such a groovy, fun, and kind of goofy beat, like I said, in the best way possible. Great production, of course, great mixing. I love how rumbly and how like buzzy and textured those vocals are. I feel like people often say it too much, how a vocal can just be like another instrument in the mix, but this feels like the perfect example of that. If you were ever going to say that, this is the music to say that about. So yeah, that was fantastic. Easily my favorite. Like an alien taking a shit in my ear or something. Great arrangement to this track. I love the switching between this drum beat and then this one. Keeps it fresh. Everybody on. Ain't it funny, y'all? Oh, the track is like breaking right now. This is sick. Oh. That's such like an ear candy texture, almost like ASMR. I love tracks like this, dance tracks that have a repeating vocal sample. And if I didn't have the lyrics here, I could just, the more I listen to it, the different things I hear it saying, which is cool. You can kind of interpret it in your own way. You can hear it in your own way. That was great. So groovy. So fun with its synth textures and a great arrangement. Like I said, switching between those two different drum beats. I'm getting the feeling that lyrics aren't the most important here, so I'll leave them up just in case, but I'm not really going to be looking at them much. Next is Nightvision. Nice sub bass in there. Very wispy, atmospheric synths. Feels like a nice transitional moment in the album. I kind of wish these tracks did flow together a little bit better. A lot of them just kind of fade out. Would be cool to see them transition a little bit better, but superheroes, let's go. Maybe I should stop looking at the lyrics, because now I know what the lyrics are going to be. You know, if I didn't, I could just make up my own. Nice interplay of that bass line and this chopped sample. Something's in my ear. See? I can make my own. Something's in my ear. I like that better. Oh! Oh, the girth! Oh, that's probably something you never want to hear a music reviewer say, but the girth of those synths at the end there, insane. I mean, that was great. That was a great groove, great sample, great laser beam sounds. I'm really loving the kind of alien aesthetic we got going on here. It's kind of, I feel like it's kind of similar to that Kraftwerk album I did. You guys never saw that? The boys on, the fellas on YouTube. And the ladies. Yeah, I reacted to The Man Machine by Kraftwerk. I didn't love that album. To be honest, I kind of hated that album. But I am sensing a definite influence there. Daft Punk pulling influence from that album. Yeah, that was fantastic. I'm really getting into this album. I was a bit worried after the first track. But yeah, I feel like things are picking up now. All right, High Life. Oh, come on. Give me the soul sample. Oh. It's like a Dilla chop with just crazy electronics over top. Oh, great groove with that hat. Yeah. Bring that sample back in. Turn it up. Bow. 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 Ooh, switch up the pattern here of that chop a little bit. Really builds that tension. And drop it here. Oh, I love how they're keeping the chop in that pattern, though. That's fantastic. Like I said, it's like a Dilla chop. It's like a hip hop kind of soul chop with just great electronics over top. Great production. The one thing that I'm loving about this so far is just it's kind of minimal in a way. Like there's no wasted space. I feel like don't get me wrong, the mixes are pretty lush, but the actual amount of instruments or the amount of different tracks or channels, I guess, doesn't seem like that much. Like it doesn't feel like everything has its place and has purpose. You know, it doesn't feel like if you take one element out that the track is going to be weaker. It feels like it's really everything is perfectly placed and really necessary. There's no wasted space at all. So that's really what I'm loving about this right now. Very bassline. Like, listen to how minimal this is right now. Everything's so necessary, though. It's just a great display of, like, restraint, you know? Like, they could just stuff these tracks to the brim, but they're not.
I might not be the right one. It might not be the right time. But there's something about us I've got to do.
Weirdly, it has, like,
Some kind of
almost like a Mac DeMarco kind of groove to it. I know he came later than this, but... Oh, that is such a good little electric piano sound. Oh, it's so soft. It's so... but kind of warm at the same time. Actually, it's got like a nice attack to it on that piano, on the front end of those notes. Great, like, kind of funk, chill funk jam. Definitely one of the more minimal and stripped back, but still fantastic. Let's keep it going. That was great. Another instrumental. I need like another huge anthem here. That's what I need in my veins. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. There it is. There it is. There it is. That bass line just chugging along. I'm interested to know like how much of this is samples, you know? Ooh. Oh. That's such a dope synth sound. Hair is wildin', hair is wildin', hair is wildin', my hair is wildin'. Fantastic. I mean, arrangement, fantastic. I love the break in between. I love introducing that very bouncy synth kind of in the second half. Again, that track is just a great example of letting the bass line do the work in the first half and then letting the bass line and the synth work together in the second half, because everything else you have around it is pretty simple and it really lets it shine. You just have a pretty standard drum groove, and then you have some kind of very airy and spacey synths that don't have much rhythmic quality to them, so they're just kind of there, just kind of filling out the mix. And then again, just that bass line just chugging through, cutting through the mix, really intricate, really fun, and just a great bounce to it. So yeah, I feel like these tracks, they could go wrong really easily. You pick just the wrong kind of bass sound there. You pick the wrong synth sound, and the whole track just might kind of be thrown off because of that, because again, the track is relying so heavily on those two elements. So, I mean, I just respect it. I respect the restraint, and yeah, this is fantastic. Like, this just feels like experts of their craft. Like, just, it just feels so expertly done. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it feels like they know exactly what each track needs, you know? It's such a mature album in terms of production. I don't know. This one's a bit boring so far. We'll see how it grows. This one's similar to, I think it was Digital Love, in the fact that it's like a super long build-up, and it's just kind of losing my interest. This one's really just repetitive and kind of a chore to get through. Yeah, I mean, that is easily the weakest track so far. I mean, at least with Digital Love, it had a slow build-up, but it actually kind of went somewhere. That track just really didn't do much for me. So, didn't love that, but we'll keep going. Oh, yes, come on. We're back. Oh my gosh. Oh! The speed! Oh, the snare. Floating. That was genius. That cut from that chaotic, very quick section to this, genius, man. It's just such a stark contrast that it just hits so hard. Let's keep it going. I mean, so groovy. So fun. Such a good job. Oh. Oh. I love how glitchy this one is.
It's amazing what you'll find face to face.
I can't get enough of this part.
Got to forget until I hit the bottom.
Nice break there. This guy's great too, this vocalist. I love how much space he's leaving to let that little sample do the talking there. Very back and forth between the instrumental and him. That's just great chemistry between Daft Punk and Todd Edwards, you know. Like I said, great chemistry between the vocalist and Daft Punk. Great sample chop. Again, I love the shaping and just the phrasing of that sample chop. It's really, their chops really have a lot of personality to them, which I love. I love the inclusion of these like kind of punky guitars as well, especially on that track. really unique instrumental palette. It's not one of my favorites, but I think it's still pretty solid. All right, the last track is Too Long, and hopefully it doesn't feel too long, because it is 10 minutes. So we'll see.
Too long. Too long. It's been much too long. I feel it coming on. The feeling's getting strong.
I feel like there's weird like side chain left over on that vocal.
Feel it coming on. The feeling's getting strong.
But it's not side chained to anything. Like, it's just,
Been much too
you hear those dips in the volume?
coming on. The feeling's in
Weird.
my bones.
Oh, come on. Oh. I can tell I'm gonna like that bass line. I'm gonna like this drop. I can tell.
At last, the long wait is over. The weight is off my
There's those
shoulders.
boomy kicks again.
No control, yeah.
Great bass line.
My mind sets and you feel
I
it.
feel like this is the pre-drop. I feel like we're still gonna
You feel
get a main drop here.
I see
I mean, a lot can happen. We're
I do.
2 minutes in.
So
It's
been much too long. I feel it coming on. The feelings in my bones. It's been much too long. At last, the long wait is over. The weight is off my shoulders. I'm taking all control, yeah. My mind is set so free. Too long. Can you feel it?
Oh, come on. Here we go.
You feel it?
I love how herky-jerky this chop is. I don't know. This track's not doing much for me. Good for you. It's good for you. Good for you. So, a little bit of an underwhelming finish to this album, in my opinion. I feel like it was a little bit too long for my liking. I don't know. It just felt kind of similar to the first track, where there wasn't really any instrumental element that really grasped me, and it just got a little bit repetitive, in my opinion. I feel like the best tracks on this is when they just take a little bit more risks and it's a little bit less formulaic. I feel like that track and the first track super formulaic and kind of predictable. Pretty much from Aerodynamic all the way till Voyager, fantastic. I didn't love Veridis Quo, however you say that. Short Circuit, Face to Face, great. Too Long, didn't love. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid. There's a couple weaker moments, but I can definitely see why people regard this I can see why people love this as much as they do, basically. That's it. That was Discovery by Daft Punk. A little bit underwhelmed, just a tiny bit, but still really enjoyed it. So yeah, leave a like if you want, subscribe if you want, go join the Patreon if you want to see this reaction uncut on there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.